Hey, how's it going? This is Jamie Lewis. Well, today we're going to do something very, very special. That's right. Look, I want you to join us in our quasi-metaphorical journey into Hollywood's best political comparisons. Two philosophies that I feel truly expose the evils of tyranny and the realities of disguised oppression. What I like to call the wolf in sheep's clothing syndrome. Or the give a dog a bone and puddle to look into, presenting the illusion that will cause the dog to bark and lose his bone. The evils of authoritarianism, like you've never seen before. So, first off, we venture into a scene in Silence of the Lambs. The girl that is being held captive here, her name is Catherine Martin. She was kidnapped by the infamous villain Buffalo Bill, who is a certified psychopath serial killer. Now, metaphorically, or a comparison in politics, there is no debate that Catherine Martin represents the oppressed, at the bottom of a hole, and the villain of the movie represents the oppressor, someone who keeps her alive by dropping food in a bucket. Scraps! Now there is no question of this. Catherine Martin is visibly upset. Duh. But what if Catherine Martin was born there? Think about that for a second. What would she be able to compare her existence to? Would she be able to know how to climb the rope? Or if the bucket stopped being dropped, would she be starving? Or what's the deal there? So at the end of the movie, Jodie Foster, who is totally freaking awesome, who in this context would represent the liberator, right? Wouldn't you agree? Who then kills Buffalo Bill and drops a rope, which Catherine uses to climb out of the pit. The liberator as in liberty, not liberal, as in the hopeful sheep that follows who they believe to be a liberator, but the actual liberator. To become a liberator, which you should become, you need to understand your place. Well, we know this is a really good horror movie and not intended to represent political analogies, and heck, the girl, of course, climbs the pit, and thanks to Jodie Foster, happily ever after, etc. But God, I wish it was that easy to liberate folks. Jeez, you guys drive me nuts. But you gotta climb the ladder, folks, all right? Don't be afraid. Don't get angry, all right? You don't want to learn how, and certainly don't hate the people who are willing to throw you down a rope. Your captors, yeah. Hate them all you want, but that's the people in banking, big government, big oil, big pharma, big insurance, not the upper middle class guy who works hard, invents tons of awesome shit, and provides things that make your life better, and heck, we just want you to do better. This is for you. But no, you don't want to move up. I don't want to grow up. I'm a Toys R Us kid. Like in The Nest, there comes a time when mommy will kick you out on your own. Heck, children will stay children if you do not kick them out, right? But adult children love to whine and cry and fail to open their eyes. It's such a sad thing and such a heavy load to bear. No! Please grow some fucking balls and hair on your chest. And stand the fuck up on your own 2 feet. Please! The solution is never to throw more buckets. The solution is to throw a rope. We need to get you out of there. No, we're not coming down there too. What, you want us to come down there too, so we're all equal and we're a happy family? No, we're getting the fuck out of there! Okay, let's move on. The Purge. Everyone hates the rich. It's a very sad, emotional thing. We all know this. This movie is a great way of explaining it. Not even metaphorically. It's actually a good example. Heck, you would hate a bunch of people hanging out eating lobster up above while you were eating out of a bucket. Alright, back to The Purge. Basically, this guy invents security systems. He sells them to the whole town, makes a whole bunch of money in the process. Well, they have one night every year where they suspend the law, and they go into anarchy. I believe it's for 24 hours or something, right? Well, the neighbors attack the rich guy. All that time, they had an emotional jealousy of this man during the barbecues and the baby showers and all of the cool neighborly things they were doing together. And when given the chance in suspending the law, they also suspended their empathy and respect for their fellow man. No matter how much he had acquired, you have to agree with this. He had done really nothing to them. Come on, you can't argue that he did. You know it's an emotional response if you are envious or jealous of someone else's riches. Stop it. It's simple math, really. Now, if you watch the movie, you'll certainly learn the inside story and viewpoint from the actor who plays the main character, Ethan Hawke, the rich guy. And you will love him. You will love the character, aside from the fact that Ethan Hawke is a really good actor. You're going to see that he's very great to his kids, his customers, his wife, and he works hard. And at the end of the movie, when he eventually kills all the broke-ass neighbors, you'll be glad he did, because they were meanies. The whole movie you're hoping that he kills the neighbors. They were jealous. Fuck them. Basically, don't be a communist. And what about this amazingly accurate scene regarding, quick political metaphor, regarding perpetuating defenselessness and hopelessness in Independence Day? It's okay, we want to be a happy family, we come in peace. So they will come in peace too, I'm sure of it. And then And last but not least, Lord of the Flies. As you know, Lord of the Flies is based on the awesome book that many of us have read in school, where a group of private school kids are stranded on an island. In the beginning, they are innocent, normal children with privileged lives who love to play football and all sorts of other kid stuff. And then, boom! There they are with no hope of being rescued, so they accept that they will have to organize some type of government on their own. Now, for the rest of the movie, we watch the formation of this government, and the strongest of the bunch represents tyranny. Well, if you've seen Lord of the Flies, you'd probably agree that Piggy is the left-winger of the bunch. Now, Piggy is a good guy, but during the rise to power of the other guy, the tyrannical dictator influences two previously innocent kids to drop a boulder on poor Piggy, especially when he tries to gain authority and bring everyone together, as his left-winger self did. Again, the happy family syndrome, using authority. You can't do that when there's a dictator, all right? Because then you too will become a dictator as well. The main character in the movie, who is undoubtedly the good guy in my opinion, is a centrist libertarian who negotiates. He retains his respect until the very end when the Marines land and stop the fight. Kind of like the Rothschilds saying game over, here's the new government, etc. But isn't the overall theme here that there's always a villain? There's always the stupid girl in Jurassic Park, there's always the dumb kid who thinks the wolf is their grandma, and there's always the hero who drops the rope or negotiates or kicks the bird out of the nest. Look, you can't force love. If you allow a bird to fly and she comes back to you, you know it's true love, right? You heard that somewhere. Otherwise, you're just a stalker and she will get a restraining order on you. So basically, don't be a dirty communist, stalker, jealous jerk-off, or dumb sheep who won't climb the rope. Thank you.